To see what was inside this 4,500-year-old pyramid, 480 feet above the ground, the researchers sent a robot inside a camera permit. The robotic camera stopped at one place because there was now a slab of stone in front of it. The researchers believed that there must be some secret behind this lab that has been buried for the last 4,500 years. On the other side was a spectacle that no one had seen for the last 4,500 years. When the video showed once again the happy sight in Egypt, there are a total of 138 high three-legged peppers, which have faced dozens of earthquakes and many dangerous storms for the last thousands of years. But Marjal is one of them, has been from here to there, the highest and largest. Festival of these goes to made the Great Pyramid of Giza, and it has a depth of area 31A of the base of VAT.no, but the whole 9 football field can be fitted from activity-wise, VAT and total. This lark of large stones were used on it. Many of the letters weighed 50 tons, but its total weight is estimated to be 60 lark tons, which is equivalent to the weight of 12 Burj Khalifa. But what was the purpose of building such a high and luxurious patio thousands of years ago when humans did not have any tools? How the walls of it were leveled inch by inch, how the letters weighing 50 tons were squared cut in shape and without love. 480 feet were taken to the battle, and which engineers were involved in making them, who set all their sides at an angle of 51.5 degrees along with the earthquake proof to these parents. You will know all this in today's video. Many experts believe that the architects of that time first searched for land capable of bearing the weight of millions of tons of stone. After that, they relied on pole stars, the stars that help determine the Earth's poles, to align every side of the structure. No compass, no optical instruments, just this basic technique was used thousands of years ago to orient the structure with such precision. Challenge number 2. The next challenge was the ground. Leveling the 13-acre land was crucial for constructing this structure. If the land was even slightly uneven, it would have been impossible to erect this mountain of 2.3 million stones. At that time, the engineers didn't have laser levelers or advanced tools. Experts believe they might have used a technique where they built boundaries on all 4 sides of the construction site and filled them with water. They then matched the water levels from one side to another. Any part of the land that didn't align with the water level, they likely used chisels and hammers to cut and level the parts of the land that did not match the water level. Many experts believe that ancient engineers also used a simple tool, a device with wooden frames on both sides and a stone tied at the center with a rope. If the stone touched the ground and the rope aligned perfectly with the center line, it indicated that the land was perfectly level. Challenge number 3, with the construction site's direction set, markings completed, and the land leveled, the next step was that construction began, requiring massive stones weighing millions of tons. However, the workers of that time didn't have grinders or advanced machinery to cut these stones. Despite this, they managed to cut 50-ton stones and shape them into perfect squares or rectangles. But how did they achieve this? The secret lies in a single plant. Yes, experts believe that this plant played a crucial role in cutting stones. It's also believed that the tools used in the construction were not made solely of copper. The workers knew that copper was too soft to cut through stones effectively, therefore, a chemical and an alloy were also included in the process. Tools made from a combination of copper and the alloy were used to strike the stones with wooden hammers. After hours of hard work, massive stones were shaped perfectly. Challenge number 4. The special type of stone, known today as limestone, was being cut not at the pyramid construction site, but 250 kilometers away in the city of Tura. Now the challenge was transporting these stones, each weighing 50 tons, 50,000 kilograms. The massive stones were loaded onto large ships and transported to the pyramid site. Experts believe this task was far from easy. Loading and unloading such massive stones onto the ships likely required an army of at least 500 workers working simultaneously. Challenge number 5. The team of experts researching the construction of the pyramids had found answers to many of their questions. However, one mystery still troubled them. The limestone was cut, transported, and even started being placed during construction. But the challenge was how to get the stones to such a great height. Many experts believe that even before the pyramid's construction began, a plan was devised. The stones were likely moved up using a spiral track or a zigzagging method. However, it is certain that the 50-ton stones were hauled to the top with the help of an army of workers. Challenge number 6. The work wasn't just about cutting limestone with chisels and hammers or transporting massive stones. There were also the compartments inside the pyramid and the pathways leading to them. Several small tunnels were also created inside the pyramid. While everything else seemed fine, there was one thing that baffled experts. The stone used inside the compartments was not limestone, but granite. Yes, Granite is one of the hardest stones in the world, second only to diamonds. Even in the era of Motorola by Google, granite cannot be cut without the help of large grinders. Many archaeological experts from around the world visited the pyramid, but no one could explain this mystery. No one could figure out how the ancient Egyptians were able to cut such a solid stone like granite so precisely 4,500 years ago. Finally, after many years, experts solved this mystery. They discovered that granite was cut so precisely using a saw without teeth. Yes, this saw, with no teeth on its blade, was used by applying weight on both sides and running it over the granite, with gravel placed in between. Experts believe that it would have taken about 4 months to cut such large stones using this method. What was the purpose behind building these pyramids? How many workers worked at the same time? When a robotic camera was sent inside the pyramid, it captured images of the stone-filled chambers. What was discovered inside? This has remained unseen for the last 4,500 years. You will learn even more from this video. Thank you so much for your loving comments and likes. See you in the next exciting part of the video.